Well, it's definitely putting on a glove, but I got to admit, all that diatribe I just gave, I love screwing with Tommy Dreamer because he's so easy to lead down the primrose path. It just is what it is. The fans. I think at this point, all joking aside, is that the fans have gotten to a point where, after all these years, they very well keenly know the Tommy Dreamer, character and the franchise character. And as I've always said, where Jim Cornette says can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, the fans that know us, and there were a shitload of kids in the building that night, but the fans that know us are keenly aware of those characters. And the kids that were in that building on Saturday night, had watched us, and it was like the Cliff Notes of Shane Douglas versus Tommy Dreamer, because they knew everything. And so the story's already laid out. It's if you suddenly today said, I want to write a new chapter of the Bible and make Jesus Christ the heel, it ain't gonna work because you've got about 2,000 years of people saying Jesus Christ walked on water. So you go to an uphill battle, and the same thing in wrestling fans. This is a built-in storyline that the fans know, or they think they know, and so from that standpoint, from the audience reaction standpoint, it's going to be what it's going to be. But from a wrestling standpoint, going in the ring with Tommy Dreamer, I would dare say, I don't want to speak for Tommy, but we could go in there with our eyes closed and have that match. And it's not that we do this. Tommy and I have never ever once sat down and said, okay, I'm going to do this to you, now you do this back to me. We just go to the ring and wrestle. And which gets back to my point I have said over these 44 episodes, like I say at every seminar I've ever done, is just go out there and do it. Spontaneous to the audience, and just execute. We all know how to do a body slam. We all know how to do a backdrop. Just go out and execute. And trust me, the rest will fall in place. And, luckily after all these years, Tommy Dreamer and I have that chemistry where we can go out and have that match and, entertain the crowd.